To St. Vincent. It was a wonderful landing coming in here. The weather was great, brilliant visibility, and lovely to see all the scenery coming in here, and it was fantastic. So great to be here, and fantastic to be coming into St. Vincent at last. Thank you.
On the hillside of mosque, that's unique local and international ambience located at Prospect. Opened for business in 2008, this 27-room modern and exclusive hotel comprises of beautifully decorated rooms and apartments. It is family-owned and managed. Our beautifully architectural structures are nestled in a tropical garden surrounded by seasonal fruits. We offer a tranquil environment, elegant and casual setting where our guests can rejuvenate in mind, body, and soul. Hotel Alexandrina is the perfect countryside hideaway, a place to do nothing or enjoy the number of activities on island. We are only 10 minutes away from the nearest beach, 15 minutes from the Argyle International Airport, and 20 minutes from the capital Kingston and the ferry terminal. Visit our website at hotelalexandrina.com
Day, and we are here. Sorry, you want me to? What? Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. Okay, pleasant good day. We're here with Desmond Franklin Ambrose, and he's the lone Vincentian who were a crew member on the Virgin Atlantic flight that has made its inaugural visit, a flight to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Okay, Desmond, welcome back home, I should say.
Thank you.
All right, just give us a little background on yourself.
Okay, so my name is Desmond Ambrose Braid. I was born in London, UK. I went to school in Blair Primary School. I've been working for Virgin for 15 years. I really enjoy it.
Okay, so 15 years working on Virgin Atlantic, but you have never come to St. Vincent on such a flight. Just walk us through your experience. How does it feel to actually be here in St. Vincent?
It feels amazing. I'm really glad to be part of the first flight to Argyle. It's really, really important. It was good to have some representation for obviously St. Vincent as well, which I'd like to think I am that. Also, from a company standpoint, obviously we're flying here twice a week now via Barbados, which is really, really good. So people now do not have to change in Barbados. They actually go straight on the flight from Argyle up with basically a stop in Barbados, but they don't get off. They just continue on to London, which is great.
Okay. You understand the potential and the significant more than I do of Virgin Atlantic coming to St. Vincent, doing business in St. Vincent.
Yes.
Could you just share with the audience, could you just share with Vincentian, what does this mean for the country on a whole?
It just means that there will be more tourism coming in. There will also be more direct traffic coming in from the UK, which is really, really good. And obviously, us being the first airline coming in, you know, it's really, really good. It's amazing. I can't describe it any other way.
What was the attitude like from the passengers who were coming, on this flight?
It was like a party. I was blessed enough that I was actually sitting in the flight deck for takeoff and landing into St. Vincent. So I got to see Mustique, Beckway, and the Grenadines. But when I got on the aircraft, it was just a party atmosphere. Everyone was really happy to not be changing aircraft and collecting bags and going in and rechecking in. I'm pretty sure everybody members having to do that. Anybody who has traveled to the UK from here would know that. But it was just, everyone was just really happy and just really grateful. Everyone was really happy and really grateful that we're now providing this direct service to London.
And just to wrap it up, what sort of advice would you give to Vincentian or even to the tourism authorities to ensure that we maintain the regular visit, the regular flight from Virgin Atlantic to St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Wow, that's a good question. And what kind of advice can I give you? Do you know what? I think we just need to be, like, I think the Prime Minister was talking about love earlier, and I think that's just really, really important, you know, just to maintain the relationship. You know, obviously it's beneficial for Virgin, it's obviously beneficial for the country as well. You know, it's just to maintain the relationship, really. That's all I can really say. Yeah.
All right, Desmond, thank you very much and
Pleasure.
taking the time out and speaking to us.
No problem, absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. We are here with the Minister of Tourism, and it is indeed a very exciting day for you, Mr. James, Carlos James. Just give us, in terms of the mood that you are in now, just explain what are you experiencing at this moment.
Well, it's an exciting day for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is our first transatlantic flight. We've really worked hard to ensure that we're able to get into all of our major source markets in under 5 years. Just imagine building an international airport. The challenges we've had during the global recession of 2008, continuing despite those challenges. Now we're dealing with another global challenge, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. And while other places are saying, well, we're locking down and we're starved of resources, we are seeing more flights being added to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, more hotels being constructed here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're talking about beaches, Sandals International, Royal Mill, Holiday Inn Express. At Mount Twin, we're looking to put in the Marriott Hotel as well at Mount Twin. And all of these things are taking place during what we'll say is a downturn internationally. And we're hoping that once we put in the resources now, we have all of the development prospects lined up. Post-COVID, we will see St. Vincent emerging from the global pandemic and the economic downturn in a very positive way. And that is why we're indeed happy to welcome Virgin. And this is, in fact, a precursor to what is likely to come when we see the operationalization of beaches and all of the other major hotels. Virgin is indicating that so far to date, the last quarter of the year, there are more bookings now for St. Vincent than any other Caribbean island. And that is an indication that they're happy to be here. They ought to be in here a long time ago, and we welcome them nevertheless. And we're looking to expand in terms of all the different source markets. And as I indicated, once we get into Heathrow, we're getting into Paris, we're getting into Luxembourg, we're getting into all of the other major European markets, because that's the gateway to get in here to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There's a tremendous day for all of us here in the country.
And from my standpoint, I am speechless. I'm excited. Virgin Atlantic is a big name, a very big name in terms of transportation. I know from the tourism authority standpoint, you guys would ensure that you pull out all that is needed to ensure this is successful. But from the standpoint of Vincentian, how important do you think Vincentian attitude is? And to get to us, how important do you think this is?
Well, I think it's welcoming. On my way here, the amount of vehicles I saw lined across from the airport in Argyle on the way here to the airport. And, we didn't organize a national event. Right. We asked persons to adhere to the protocols, but there are persons who insisted that they were coming in their private vehicles, remained in the vehicles and practiced the social distancing and so on. But they were here to see this historic occasion. And that in itself tells you that Vincentians are in support of what is taking place. When we started the construction of this airport, when we opened the airport, and now that we have the flights that come in, they still continue to support the initiative.
And what would you say to Vincentian to ensure that this remains a regular?
Well, we continue to remain globally competitive and viable as a destination, both from an economic standpoint and also from a tourism product standpoint. And we're looking to ensure that we continue to build capacity, put the necessary resources in place to ensure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a name, has name recognition, has all of the resources available to persons when they come here in terms of our products and our development aspect, but also it's a place that people would want to come to do business, not just a vacation, but to do business. And the direct flights that we're seeing now from Miami, New York, Toronto, and now London, not only works one way, but it also works, it's reciprocated in the sense where we can also export. And I'm hoping we can see a lot of businesses and farmers take advantage of the opportunity that this airport is providing, that they can do a lot more export. And once they're able to do that, we can see a comparative balance in terms of the import and export bill. So we can put a lot of resources into to ensure that we give support that is needed to our business community and our farmers.
And just to conclude, we are seeing the tourism authority investing here now in Europe, the European market. Is there anything going forward that any other market that you guys, the tourism authorities, from the standpoint of the Minister of Tourism, would be targeting?
We've always been looking at other markets and source markets, and I am of the opinion that we can very much look into the South American market. Within the Caribbean here, it's roughly 30 to 40 million people alone. We can do a lot more in terms of our regional, inter-regional movement and trade. We can do a lot more in Southeast Asia. And obviously we'll be taking advantage of these opportunities, but we have to put the infrastructure in, which is the airport. We have to make the flights happen, which is what we're doing now. And we have to put the facilities in terms of the tourism facilities, the hotels and the products and so on to ensure that we remain viable and competitive within this modern area.
All right. And just finally, the issue of vaccination, it's really critical, and it's one of the biggest push that we are seeing for persons to be vaccinated. How do you tie in the visit of Virgin Atlantic and just these major air transportation coming here? How do you tie this into the vaccination campaign?
Well, one of the things that we have to look at, and it's very important that we focus on the issue of vaccination. I'll tell you why. While we're celebrating the landing of Virgin here, historic one, the American government has just issued a travel advisory to say, so St. Vincent and the Grenadines, if you're traveling to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, make sure you're vaccinated, be careful while traveling. They're putting out an advisory to their citizens. What that is saying is that they're forewarning people that, look, St. Vincent is a place where there's a high level of transmission of the virus. Persons are dying based on the per capita, based on the population size. We have far too many deaths, and I believe that some of these deaths can be avoided if people are vaccinated, which doesn't reduce the transmission to a degree of you not getting the virus. But what it does is prevents you from succumbing to a lot of the morbidities and the underlying issues. I am encouraging it, and I'm hoping that more people can realize that the importance of vaccination is that also it helps with the movement of people. As you say, you free up, allowing more bars to open, more hotels and restaurants and so on, more activities. When was the last time you went to an event, a soca fete, and perform as an entertainer? When was the last time you went to a football match or a cricket match? And these are the things that we have to look at. Vaccination is not just about, you protecting yourselves, but also others, and ensuring that you do the decent thing to protect your families and other persons who you come into contact with. Very important that we recognize this. And I'm encouraging persons to continue to push for the vaccination, seek medical assistance, go to your doctors, get your medical advice as to what is the best vaccines available and whether you're able to take the vaccinations and so on. And that is what I'm encouraging persons to do.
Minister of Tourism, Carlos James, thank you very much.
Peak and Baliso, you'll experience a touch of class with that unique local and international ambience located at Prospect. Opened for business in 2008, this 27-room modern and exclusive hotel comprises of beautifully decorated rooms and apartments. It is family-owned and managed. Our beautifully architectural structures are nestled in a tropical garden surrounded by seasonal fruits. We offer a tranquil environment, elegant and casual setting where our guests can rejuvenate in mind, body, and soul. Hotel Alexandrina is the perfect countryside hideaway, a place to do nothing or enjoy the number of activities on island. We are only 10 minutes away from the nearest beach, 15 minutes from the Argyle International Airport, and 20 minutes from the